Norwich. Listen, we won. We won. That's the positive today.
We scored two against against the Premier League.
Against the Premier League team. Listen, they always say, guys, you got to beat the teams around you. This is our level. And we beat West Ham. They finished above us last season, don't remember.
It's a 6-pointer.
It's a 6-pointer. Listen, we are gearing up to the season because we want to beat the teams around us. Forget the Arsenals, forget all them teams for now. We've got to get wins against the smaller teams. And listen, there is a trophy at the end of this. It's a trophy, Premier League Series trophy against the teams around us. We finished 15th, so you know what, man? What better preparation to beat the teams around you? And today, 2 goals, happy days. And you know what? Everyone goes home smiling. Shameless FC. Here we go. Listen, people. Listen, you know what it is here, guys, yeah? We can be negative, and there's a lot of things we want to say. You know how I'm going to sum it up here, just before we break it down, yeah? Is that good, but not satisfied. Right. I would say good signs, good pressing, but not great enough that we didn't commit to it over the 90 minutes. And also, Nuruddin, I would say is that also our second team, once we get a couple of injuries, Nuruddin, it's not great. It really, really is not great. And that is my worry, Nuruddin. We get a couple of injuries here, it's not going to be great. But the press in the first half, there was something different to our shape in terms of the way we're pressing. We were a bit more... There was more intensity, though. Let's be honest, Nuruddin.
Aggression.
There was more intensity. And I'm going to shout out a player here who I thought was my man of the match, Kobbie Mainoo, man. Listen, Big Steve and some people are chatting rubbish. Like, this player is forgotten about. Oh, he's overhyped. You lot have called him this, that, and the other. It's our Kobbie Mainoo from the academy. Leave the kid alone, man.
And I tell you what, I think that game has probably raised more questions than answers, in a positive way, but also in a potentially negative way, I suppose. This is why Bruno Fernandes has to play as a number 10. I don't think there's many people out. I mean, look, Ricky sent a message to me. I'll read it out to you if you didn't hear it on the watch along. He's happy for it to be spread. And he said this: Bruno took that goal brilliantly. It's a quality finish, but he's been the worst player on the field up to that. The main reason we can't keep possession. I don't know how difficult it is for people to get this, but we can't get anywhere with him playing regularly, despite how many goals or assists he gets. We've got to play better. Every time he scores a goal, in the long term, it's another nail in the coffin. Now, Ricky's always been very consistent about Bruno, but I am a fan of Bruno. I do like Bruno, but there's absolutely no way he can be the number 8. I don't know what Amarim's thinking about this transitional and swapping stuff around. He might have a number 8 on his shirt, but he's not a number 8 as a midfielder. He's a number 10. And he played as a number 10 predominantly most of the game today, and he gets 2 goals. And he could have had 3. He had a one-on-one. He ain't going to have those one-on-ones if he's playing in the midfield. And he's not going to get that goal if he's playing in the midfield, because he's going to be playing a lot deeper. Bruno's a number 10. But I think we're going to see him playing in Mainoo's position, because if Bruno doesn't play as the 8, you've got Mount, Bruno, Xerxes, Ahmad, Mbeumo and Cunha for 2 positions. So I think Bruno is going to play deeper, but I think that brings questions back to the midfield. But this is why Bruno should play as a number 10. If you look at the goal that they conceded as well, whether it's Bruno, Agate or Mainoo, we're 2-0 up. We're cruising. I know it's only pre-season. West Ham have got the ball with Todibo. One pass takes out our whole press and midfield. Soucek on the centre circle, turns, runs into space. No midfielders there at all. Plays it into Bowen and it's 2-1. So I still think that the questions need to be asked about the midfield. And
speed of the game there, do they? There it is, guys. There it is. There is the final whistle. I think it has highlighted we still need a striker. Of course, Rasmus Højlund a little bit better in his movements and stuff first half. Some good moments from him, but he still lacked that clinicality in front of goal. You know, the goalie position is still a big question mark for us as well. But actually, you know, and I think, you know, somebody like, if you look at the midfielders who came on in the second half there, people like Casemiro, it just also further highlights we do need to get somebody with some more legs in that midfield role as well. So yeah, it's not a bad display. The first 60 minutes of the game was good from us. We've definitely gone out there and bettered West Ham. definitely bettered them, and they only really got the better of us later on in the game due to us making changes and that sort of thing. And the goal that we gave away was pretty soft. Aiden Heaven having a bit of a stinker, and of course the keeper not covering himself in glory either, getting a touch on it and not being able to make the save. So it was a mixed bag. We started well, it was all right. Bruno Fernandes scored 2 goals, the pen and that lovely finish to give us the win. We did concede a poor goal. Defensively, we were very sound up until that point. Heavens just kind of got done, and the keeper's not done too well either there. So it highlights the 3 positions in the team that we further need to strengthen. This game's done that, if you ask me. I thought Ugarte and Bruno, though, started the game.
To America, when you start taking it seriously, I'll kick it off by saying the big...
And then teammate... I'm playing. Beating and teammate.
Bro.
I'm playing. You know I'm playing. In the comment section, they won't understand.
I don't know you are.
In the comment section, they won't understand. No, come on.
Intensity. I saw intensity, especially from the likes of Ugarte, especially from the likes of Rasmus. He was running the channels quite a few times.
To the manager as well in the press. He said that he liked some of what Rasmus was doing as well. Again, he said it was a better game from him. He was winning the physical duels that he was having. There's a few that he lost out, but then again, he was a terror a little bit. Like as much as a terror as he is gonna be. Yeah, are you with me? You know what? You do know how to upgrade it and take it to the next level. But he tried and stuff, and you now say again, if he is a second option, he'll give you something, So that's what I was a bit excited about, and I thought the team were trying to be harder to play against. And you're talking about a midfield battle, Souček and all these players like that. Well, and how the midfield battle was, and if we was going to win it or not. And what we did do well is we won the midfield battle.
We did. And we had the ball. Yeah, I think Kobe was a lot more aggressive.
Kobe was better.
He had a lot of praise for him as well, and he was good on the ball. And I think that was we want to see him play more, innit?
Yes.
We want to see him play more. It was interesting
said good things about him as well.
Yeah, exactly. Guy said good things about him. It was good to see that he was deeper.
Yeah,
Kobe Mainoo, which we don't always maybe associate with, especially in this system. But with Ugarte today, it worked. Yeah, it worked. They both played well.
Definitely. Again, Kobe, like you talk about players and the youngness of him, and like to profile him so soon is ridiculous. He has to work harder. Like if Kobe wants to be a Man United player, he has to now push and become that guy. We've seen many players do that in the past. We've seen the likes of McTominay. Every time he's counted out, they always brought in a different player that was going to make him lose his shirt. But he fought. He fought. And what we got after Kobe, yes, he's got the tech. Yes, he's a good player. Yes, he's got a lot that we all admire. He has to do the work because there's no one just gets in now. You're looking at the team with all the 10s now, brother.
It's stacked.
It's stacked,
so bro. And we know, like with Cunha and Mbeumo, like. That's going to be the two.
Well, that's meant to be the two.
There you go. But whilst it's open to interpretation, but Cunha, I don't think is. He's going to be key. We'll talk about him in a sec.
Manchester United have beaten West Ham 2-1 in what was actually a very convincing win in the first pre-season friendly of the tour. Elements of that game reminded me of our final game of the season versus Aston Villa, where the wing-backs were high, the press was there, and I have to say, the pressing, the intensity, the energy from Manchester United today was the best I'd seen it in a while. So in today's video, I'm going to break down 6 or 7 things we learned from today's game. Who was the standouts, what we noticed. The only real negative for me from today's game, because there's a lot of positives, was more that when we took these players off for the last 25, 30 minutes, we then just kind of went flat and there was nothing in that last half an hour. But I'm basically just going to be basing this game off the first 65 minutes because this is the starting 11. This is probably the team that Amron's going to play. This is what he sees as a strong 11. And what we got from them was very good. Of course, we need to improve the depth. Of course, we need a few new signings. But the big standout for me was Mainoo and Ugarte in midfield together. There's always been questions, can Mainoo and Ugarte play in midfield together? But it worked today. It was absolutely fantastic. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about Cunha. I want to talk about Dorgu, Yoro. Yeah, there's a lot I want to talk about, so let's dive into